Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Sunday the 5th of May 2024. I hope you are keeping well. It's evening, quite late in the evening here. It's my Sudoku at bedtime, but it's still extremely hot outside even though it's been dark for hours and hours. That sun doesn't cool down, or the temperature doesn't cool down in the evening here. I should be playing the Los Angeles expert level game of Sudoku in just a moment. I note that some people are quite silly about some things, aren't they? You know, like in their way of thinking. They imagine because we used to be cavemen, we should continue to live like cavemen, in particular when it comes to things like diets. That, our natural diet is not the one that we are actually accustomed to right now, but one that genetically, biologically must be the one that's closest to what our, thousands of year ancestors ate or drank. And I mention this because I just read an article about people on TikTok promoting raw milk meaning unpasteurized milk, in other words, not heated to destroy germs, because they think it's more natural. But this is such a silly fallacy. All they're doing is giving themselves the opportunity to contract avian flu, possibly H5N1, because that is not killed off, and that exists in lots of cow's milk. So don't fall into this kind of fallacy. It won't help. Right, let's get on with this game of Sudoku, shall we? Let's start with 9s blocking across here because that's something I can see. I saw something else as well while I was chatting to you. I saw the 2s going up here like this and across here. I am recording this, aren't I? Yeah, just checking to see if the recording is actually working. I'll have to start and not being recording anything. 2s blocking like that. There's a 2, which will put 2s into these squares and these squares. Don't know enough of there. Right, let's have a look around the grid and see what I can see. Oh, we've got a 1 blocking across here. There's a 1 there then. 1 going up here and 1 across there. There's a 1. Five blocking all of those 3 squares there will give me a 5 there. And here we are left with 1, 7 and 8. The only thing I noticed down here intersecting is the 8. We have 4 down here, 4 up there and 4 across there, so there's a 4. Okay, so over, where am I going to do this? We've got 1s. Okay, look, we've got 1s in those squares and these squares blocked because of these 1s, right? So that means 1s must appear in one of these 2 squares here. And then down here we've got 1 blocking across here and across here, so 1s are in those squares there. So up here 1s have to appear in one of these 2 squares, and we already know we need 1 in the top row. We've got that 1 blocking there, so in fact that must be our 1. Let's have a little look around. So we are lacking 7 and 8 in this column here, and 7 and 8 are in the middle block here, so that means that this square and this square have to be 7 and 8. And so that doesn't help. That means that this is 2 and 5. We already know we have 2's there, so that doesn't help. How about the 5's? Is that going to mean anything? We've got 5's in those squares. Yes, it is. Okay, we've got 5 limited to these squares and these squares because of 5 blocking down here up there, right? And I just pointed out this has to be a 5. So 5's can only exist in these 2 squares, and we've got a blocking 5 there. So that will be our 5 there. And actually, I just said this is 2 and 5, right? So 5 blocking across here. This can't be 5, can it? That's going to be a 5 there. And that will give us 5 in those squares then. Our 9 blocks up here, so we have a pair of 9's there, blocking across there, 9 across there, and 9 up here means that's a 9. 9 down here, 9 up there, there's a 9. I'll draw in a couple of blue boxes here just to help me a little bit. Now I think I've got something here. So 4 blocking this square, 4 blocking all of those 3 squares, 4 blocking this square, but 4 is one of our missing numbers here blocking that square, so that has to be a 4, doesn't it? So I've got 5s in those squares, I've got 6s there. Let's look at this middle block. Now, I think I said this is 2 and 5, right? Because we've got 2s, 2 blocking this square and 2 blocking this square. So that's a pair of 2s. And we've got actually 5 and, yeah, blocking that square. So that's a pair of 2 and 5. So we've got 7 and 8 in those squares, but that's by the by. I want to look at this. Now we've got 1 blocking down here, so 1 is in those squares. I already worked that out before. 2, 5, so 1. And what do we know about the 3s? I'm not sure. 3s. And then 9 in those squares. Oh look, there's a 4 going across here like this. There's a 4 I've omitted to see, neglected to see. Maybe it's been there for ages, I don't know. Anyway, it's there now. Now this is 7 and 8, so this has to be 3 and 6. We got the 3 blocking up here, so there's the 3, and this is going to be the 6. Down here we're looking for 5 and 7. We got 7 across there. There's our 7. There's our 5. Oops, sorry. Try to put it. It does help if I hit the right key. We've got 5 across here and there, and 5 down there. There's a 5. Well, I see 2 and 8 blocking down here. That's going to put 2 and 8 into those squares and give me the other number here, which I haven't worked out yet. But anyway, that's 2 and 8, so this is going to be 6. Three and 6 across here, 3 and 6 up here. We have ourselves a pair of 3 and 6 in those squares. So these have to be 7, 8. Oh, it's our 7, 8 stuff again. So that is going to be 7, 8, right? We've got 7 and 8 missing up here as well. Yuck. Shifting around on the chair a little bit, trying to get more comfortable. We've got 3 blocking this square and 3 blocking this square, so in this column there's our 3. And so now we've got 7 and 8 here. No, we don't, because we've got 8 there. I take that back. 7, 9, I guess, for these squares. Okay, we've got the 9 blocking there, so that's going to be the 9. That's going to be the 7 down here. Seven blocking up here puts 7 into that square. This would be the 8 then. And 7 across here will give us 7 there. And this was 3 and 6, wasn't it? So this is, was it 3, 6 or 3? Yeah. And this is going to be the 8 here. Didn't manage to do the 7 and 8 up there though. Oh, not yet. Okay, going quite well, I think. Now, this was 2 and 5, I remember. It's in my head. And so this is not 2 or 5. It must be 8. Missing digits across here are 1 and 6. And so we'll be left here and here with 2 and 8, I think. Is that right? 1, 6 down here? Let's double check. Yes. So we've got, that means that this has got to be 2 or 8 in this row as well. We've got 8 blocking this square, so that's going to be the 8. That's going to be the 2. And then here will be the 3. We can get this because we know this is 1 and 6. And so this has to be 2. Missing numbers here, 4, 6, 8. We've got 6 and 8 together. That's going to be a 4. This would be 1 and 7. Right, let's try and sort out the ending. Okay, we've got 9 up here and 9 across there, so there's a 9, and the last number in this column is a 1. 1 across here, 1 up, 1 down, there is our 1. This was a 7. 7 across and across here puts 7 into that square. There's 1 number missing here, which is a 3, I believe. 3 blocks up there, there's our 3. The last number to place here is a 6. 6 blocks down to the bottom, there's a 6. This is 8. 8 blocks up here, and across there there's our 8. The missing number here, is it a 5? It is a 5. 5 blocks across there, there's our 5. This will be 2. 2 blocks across here and up there, there's our 2. Four blocks across here, there's the 4. The 9 will finish the block. Last number to get here is a 1. A 1 blocking down here, there's a 1. The missing number here is a 6. 6 blocking up here puts 6 into that square. We still need a 3 here. And up here, it looks like an 8 to me. And 7 finishes the grid. That's our Los Angeles Times expert level puzzle over for a Sunday. Take care. Don't drink raw milk. Don't be silly. Thank you. Bye bye.